Once upon a forest mountaintop, 3 seeds fluttered to the ground. Covered by dead leaves, fed by shower and storm, warmed by the sun, they sprouted and grew. And grew, and grew, and grew. The young trees began to dream of what they would one day become.
Late one night, the first tree looked up.
Oh, look at the stars! See how they glitter! How they dazzle like jewels, like gems, magnificent sky gems. I would like to touch them.
Touch the stars? You can't touch the stars.
An older tree replied, and he laughed at the small tree's silliness. The rusty sound of tree laughter rustled about him as the old trees passed the story of the sapling along.
Then I would like to hold real jewels and gems. I would like to be covered in gold and made a beautiful treasure chest, filled with precious stones fit for a queen. I want to be a gorgeous, shining, golden chest, the radiant coffer of a king, gleaming as brightly as the stars.
Did you hear that? He wants to be a treasure chest, filled with jewels and cherished by a king. He's gonna be so great he'll rival the stars of the sky.
The gruff murmur of old tree laughter surged down the mountain.
The next day darkened early as a storm embraced the mountain in thunder and lightning and a rush of rain. As the second tree looked upon the gushing stream flowing down the mountain to the sea below, he knew what he dreamed to be.
A sailing ship! I want to be a great, strong sailing ship, with tall masts and white sails furled in the wind. I want to sail the world and find adventure. I want to brave storms and dangerous waters. I want to do magnificent things.
Ooh, you're gonna be a great strong ship, are you? With billowing glorious sails. Braving storms and dodging danger? Crash upon the rocks. Or fall into nothingness, more likely.
Again the scuttling sound of laughter shook the leaves. The young tree kept silent, but continued to dream of his fantastic future.
The third tree had listened to his friends and wondered at their dreams. He looked about him at the few stars, clear and sharp between the clouds, fading now as he watched, and the day began to break. He looked at the sea, hills and troughs of black and white in the wind, now glowing red in the distance as the sun tipped its edge.
See how the people in the village trudge out of their homes through the mud to toil in their fields or on the sea. I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all. I want to stay forever and grow tall, 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 and point to God. I will grow here a beacon for those people who work so hard to survive. I will stand here straight and tall, so when they look at me, their eyes will be drawn to heaven and they will think of God.
He thinks he'll stay here forever and tower over the rest of us. He wants to point to heaven. He thinks people down there will look at him and think of God. That a tree will make them think of God. Ha! A fine dream, but hardly likely.
Even as the old tree spoke, a woodcutter stopped and began to chop at his trunk. No laughter flowed around them this time.
Years passed in sun and rain. The 3 trees grew tall, their branches strong and sturdy, leaves a lustrous, vivid green, and they continued to dream.
Of gems and jewels.
Wind and sea!
Of God.
And the woodcutters continued to come, the steady strike of axe to tree ringing round the mountain, until finally one day the woodcutter stopped in front of the first of the 3 trees.
Our carpenter friend usually wants a tree with beautiful, fine grain. This tree is just what we need today. I'm sure it'll be just what he's looking for.
Yes, yes, my dream will finally come true. Soon I shall be a most beautiful treasure chest. I'll be a magnificent chest, and then I can be filled with jewels and gems of lavish wonder.
The woodsmen lifted their axes and set to work. The first tree fell to the ground. His limbs were cut, and he was dragged down the mountain. He was delighted when the woodcutter delivered him to a carpenter's shop.
But this man did not make treasure chests. No order from a king was waiting. However, a young man opening a new inn needed a piece for his stable.